This is Harry Wakefield from MoCo Loco. I'm on the phone with producer Robert Norton from Atmos, and we're both watching the video that you're looking at right now. Robert, what are we looking at?
We're looking at a very exciting piece of computer-manipulated film, actually. It was 16mm film produced by Rob Tyler from Portland in Oregon. He's a young American designer, and he's hand-painted this film himself and then put it through a computer and really produced something that's quite extraordinary. We don't see much hand-painted stuff right now. We're now looking at Colorcalm's work, who's an independent designer from Germany. These are actually visuals which were based on a tour with Robert Norton and Ryuichi Sakamoto, two leading composers. We worked with Ryuichi Sakamoto on the recent Colorcalm by Design DVD. Carl is based in Frankfurt and is a member of the Media Lab, MISO, out there, and develops real-time audio and video systems.
Okay, so this all comes under the category of ambient video.
Correct.
What is ambient video?
Ambient video is essentially video that has no narrative. Unlike most media in the marketplace, the stories and characters, this is really driven essentially by the visual experience. Here's another example, actually one of the first pioneers of non-narrative experiences, a guy called George Stadnik. George is based in New York, and he is what's known as a digital Lumia artist. He invented the Lumiograph process back in 1975 and also the photon guitar in 1984, and a real pioneer in this field. He actually started doing these by projecting light through these large bowls of water and got these sort of extraordinary effects. He now works in computer. We've now moved on to Dan Hermes, who is another American designer. This is called white ink, jagged lines of white ink, and that kind of come together and congregate in these different sort of colored backgrounds. And Dan is a composer, a visual artist, a technologist, and that's typical, in fact, with a lot of ambient designers. They tend to be very much mixed discipline. It's a real fusion of the different technological tools out there, the different kind of graphics capabilities out there, and the different color capabilities out there. And it's very much at the forefront of what's possible right now.
All these videos have something in common, don't they, Robert?
Yes.
They're
They
submissions.
Sorry?
They're submissions, right?
They are all submissions to the Colorcalm by Design contest, which we've been running since last year, which is an opportunity for designers out there to submit examples of their video work or ideas for how they'd like to do video work for inclusion on one of the new Colorcalm by Design DVDs. In addition, we're now helping these designers get into new digital markets like iTunes and cell phone companies, and some of these designs will be, in fact, being used as some of the first ambient video ringtones later this year. This is another great American designer, a guy called Jeffers Egan. He actually has a large side of his own, which is all about video art and motion photographic paintings, and has previously worked for hospitals in terms of being commissioned to create soothing ambient experiences on their large displays in the waiting rooms and stuff like that. It's another good example of how this type of programming can be used in different settings. As you know, we've already worked with the W hotels nationwide. And finally, this is a very young artist out here in Los Angeles called Dan Riley, was one of the sort of leading graduates from UCLA, the design course there, and he's really taken some photographic imagery here and just done an extreme abstraction of it, and this is basically flower-based. And interesting enough, it just was done with still images, so all this movement has come from within the computer itself, and Dan is someone that is a real talent to watch. So, Harry, back to you.
Okay, well, thanks, Robert. This is almost done. It's actually quite beautiful, in fact. I know the picture is going to go in a second, but what would people do at home with this ambient video?
Well, it's a bit like a candle. You light a candle for many different occasions. Sometimes it can be because you've got friends coming over. Sometimes it could be you just want to sit down and relax. And in a way, this type of programming is very similar. It's there to create atmosphere. And that's why we've called this business Atmos Pictures. It's for driving atmosphere out there because we believe that screens don't all have to be about information and entertainment.
Okay, well, thank you, Robert, and we're looking forward to seeing the next batch.
Great. I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you, Harry.
Right. Bye now.